Automotive News says that Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis, envies Tesla. He thinks that they're getting unfair treatment and he wishes he could be Elon Musk. Actually, he didn't say the last part, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sam Evans and I'm the Electric Viking. And I've been very confused for a long time why it is that Carlos is the CEO of Stellantis. But that's just me. Let me know if you agree with that or you disagree in the comments. So why is Carlos making these public statements about Tesla? Well, Elon Musk, obviously CEO of Tesla, received a red carpet treatment during his visit to France in May. He was greeted with a Tesla Model X at the Élysée Palace for a meeting with President Emmanuel Macron, followed by an invitation to the Palace of Versailles to discuss new investments with business leaders. Basically, he got the red carpet treatment, and he was, if the president of a country comes to meet you and try to impress you, then yeah, you probably feel like, hey, they're taking us seriously here in France. They are, but at the same time, I think the CEO of Stellantis is ignoring the fact that the French government has threatened to ban Twitter in France, basically unless Tesla build a gigafactory in France. Now, they didn't explicitly say that, but they've inferred that through various comments made over the last few months, which I don't like. Anyhow, let me know what you think about that. Musk's visit was hailed by the French government as an opportunity to attract Tesla's presence in the country, and it's raised concerns and sparked tensions with Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis. Tavares, who heads the automotive group that owns brands such as Peugeot, Citroën, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, etc., has had a strained relationship with the French finance minister, Bruno Le Maire. Their differences stem from disagreements over production expansion in lower-cost countries and concerns about the influx of cheap Chinese cars and Tesla's potential European factories. Now, Carlos keeps on saying, we're in big trouble here in Europe. We're in big trouble because the Chinese are about to come in and sell millions of EVs at a price that we can't match. So we need to have tariffs. We need to protect our industry. And obviously the European Union's like, yeah, whatever, Carlos, we're not going to do that. And they have their reasons for not doing it. There's some very good reasons, political reasons, which I've explained in other videos for why Europe hasn't put big tariffs on Chinese electric cars and why they're not likely to do so. Le Maire recently called on Tavares to demonstrate economic patriotism by following Renault's lead and producing a small electric car in France. In response, Tavares emphasized the challenges and costs associated with the transition to electric vehicles. He says they cost twice as much for Stellantis to build than a gasoline-powered car, and the need to protect the future of the company. He expressed his view that newcomers without legacy combustion engine assets are getting preferential treatment. Basically saying, hey, you're treating Tesla and Elon Musk, you're giving them preference over us, this is not fair. And, well, Carlos does like to whine a little bit, and that's what he's doing here. The rivalry between Stellantis and Tesla underscores the complexities of the EV shift. Stellantis, with its extensive global operations, faces the massive, very expensive task of retooling factories and implementing cost-cutting measures while governments strive to protect jobs. Of course, this is a much bigger job than it sounds. It's not just retooling factories. It's changing everything you do. It's changing your core principles. It's changing your platforms. It's basically retraining all of your staff. It's a big, big change. Tavares' concerns lie in the realization that the transition to EVs will significantly reduce the workforce, making challenges even greater. And, well, Carlos says that the middle class will be decimated. They won't be able to own a car. He claims that EVs will be so expensive in Europe, the middle class just won't be able to buy a car, and it will mean that their standard of living will be significantly lower. Do you agree with that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Meanwhile, Tesla and other EV manufacturers continue to thrive. Market share for Tesla has grown this year in Europe. Tesla has already established a car plant in Germany. They're selling the popular Model Y. Sales of the Model Y continue to grow. It was the best-selling car in the UK last month. It was the best-selling car in Norway, Sweden, France. Yeah, you get the picture. Of course, there's two fast-growing companies this year. In fact, there's three big ones. One of them, Aeon, Chinese electric car company. Another one, BYD. Another one, Tesla. None of those are called Stellantis. In response to the competition, Stellantis has unveiled 2 new EVs in Italy, the Fiat 600 SUV and the Fiat Topolino quadricycle. Not exactly a high volume type of car, but if you're not sure of what that is, I'll put a link in the description below to my video on that one. However, these will be produced in Poland and in Northern Africa, in Morocco, leading to criticism from industry ministers in Italy and France and concerns about jobs in Europe. The tensions between Stellantis and the French government reflect the challenges faced by traditional automakers in adapting to the EV era. While the French government pushes for increased production of EVs in France to preserve jobs, Stellantis is considering more cost-effective locations like Spain and other places like Northern Africa, and the differences highlight the complex decision-making process in an industry undergoing a major transformation. Obviously, Stellantis thinks it can't make a profit selling EVs if it makes them in Europe, so it's trying to make them in other places. What will happen here for Stellantis is they will be cannibalized to a degree. Now, will they cease to exist? No, not at all, but they will have some parts of their company that will go bankrupt. I mean, for example, Jeep declared bankruptcy in China. Jeep at the time is owned by Stellantis. I believe this is one of a number of bankruptcies coming within the Stellantis family of companies. It's going to be interesting to see how that affects the entire company. Now, Stellantis' profits over the past 12 months have actually been really good. But I believe that gravy train could be coming to an end very soon. And maybe so does Carlos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.